Hello, and welcome to another terrible Saturday in Barovia. My name is Jonathan Kenny, your game master for the evening, and these are the Forget-Me-Nots. Uh, my goodness, what a week it's been. Last time.
Question.
Yes,
Jonathan, DM, lovely DM.
yes.
You're in a different area today. Tell us
I
all about that
am.
briefly.
I am in Florida for a couple months doing the Orlando Ren Fair, which is why I have this very scuffed setup. Don't worry too much about it.
We're gonna figure it out later. Just bear with us
Yes.
tonight.
Because of this, our stuff is going to look a little rough, but it's totally fine. Theater of the mind, we all do this.
Play in the space with us.
Yes, we'll use our brains for as it once was many years ago before the advent of all this crap. So we'll just use our imaginations.
Before
Not
technology.
sponsored. So last time on in terrible Barovia, lots have happened. After the terrible events of that night, things just keep getting more terrible as everybody goes to sleep and wakes up in the morning. Ireena realizing that her journal is missing and accosting a shy over it. Not realizing that Aster is the one who has the journal, who was freaking out a little bit about it, snuck away from the confrontation about to happen, read the journal, and then proceeded to freak out even more, which led to him throwing the journal off of the cliff and immediately asking, why the frick did I do that? And everybody else followed the rat boy as he went in search of the journal. The secrets held within the fact that Ireena was not just used to be working for Strahda, but in fact still currently working for Strahda in a very intense manner against the party. He ran away, got a little lost in the mist, and in the meantime, while half the party was looking for him, the other half was having more drama, because that's what we do in Barovia, which eventually culminated in Ireena giving Ireena a choose me or Strahda, and Ireena chose Strahda. Ireena cried and walked back to the Abbey alone, just in time for a werewolf to attack Clara and Second Chance. Chance attempted to lead the werewolf away from the party, managed to lose the werewolf near the mist wall of Barovia. The party eventually catching her up and bandaging her wounds, heading back to the Abbey of St. Markovia, where Cloven Bellevue immediately noticed said werewolf bite and immediately noticed that Chance was in fact infected with lycanthropy. In the meantime of that scene, Ireena and Aster went off to have their own little conversation back in the bedroom, where Aster proclaimed that he didn't know if he could trust Ireena anymore, which was apparently the straw that broke Reyna's back, and led to a very lengthy and significant conversation about Ireena needing help. And that is what happened last week. And that's what you missed on Strahd.
Welcome
Not
back,
sponsored.
Danny.
It's another day in
So-
Barovia, and you are a terrible vampire.
That's very true. So, moving away from Aster and Ireena, we're going to move back to the dining hall where breakfast is being had, although a little cold since you all had a hell of an adventure this morning. What are you all doing besides getting your daily sustenance in, for those of you that actually need to eat? which I think at this point is just Clara and Chance.
I'm grilling the Bellevues on what kind of situations Aconite grows in, how much we need to make one dose or multiple doses, how to preserve the plant safely so we get it back and able to make it into the potion, stuff like that.
I'll say make me a nature check.
Sorry, I should have gotten my D20 out of the
Yes,
jar
we're
first.
we're in addition to our scuff setup using physical dice today.
Hey.
I am Dice Goblin. I have so many dice. Let me use them.
Alright, that is an 11. I will pull up my modifier. Plus 4, 15.
15. You yourself, they've mentioned aconite before. It is a purple bell-shaped flower. You know that the medicinal properties from it come from the root rather than the flower. You yourself are not super knowledgeable about it, other than that little bit of information. But Siegfried, who is there, will tell you. Well, it is primarily grown in rocky areas, so around the foothills of the mountains might be your best place to look.
Noted. I will bring back as much as we can.
Chance is just picking at her food at this point.
I grab Prospero by the arm.
Finally.
We're going to find Ireena. Come with me.
You two head out.
You're muted, bestie.
Assuming Prospero lets yourself be led. Okay. While you two head out, Chance, can you make me a perception check?
Sorry, I'm trying to find where my thing is.
Actually, I'm going to make you a perception check.
I got it.
No. This is going to be a secret check. Usually, we just do it in
But
the game world.
so well.
I know. Hold on. Give me just a moment. I'll get my physical
It's a
dice,
plus
which I haven't.
13, by the way, so.
Thank you. Hold on. Oh, and I
That was a
didn't flip my
19.
coin either. You guys forgot to tell me to flip my coin.
No, that's on purpose.
Jonathan?
Listen,
We totally
Jonathan,
forgot, Jonathan. That
you
wasn't on
didn't flip it
purpose.
last week, I don't even think, and yeah.
So
You
I
are in
have
Florida
a
now?
Coin. Yes. I have a coin that has good DM and bad DM on it, which I always flip before all of my sessions to decide whether I'm going to be a good DM or a bad DM this session.
Jonathan,
And-
you're in Florida right now. Don't think I won't bring a spray bottle when I see you tomorrow.
That's true.
Yeah, we can see you in person now with our
Yeah,
eyeballs.
that is fair.
I
We
can
just
Alright.
show
touch
up
you
and beat him
now.
tomorrow.
I can touch you now.
This is not helping our case in the slightest.
Nope.
Alright, you said plus 13 to your
Yeah.
perception? Alright. Alright, you continue to pick at your food. Ashai and Prospero, you start to leave. You saying anything while you're heading away from the Abbey?
Not yet.
Okay. Then you make your way towards Kresk. Heading down the switchback down the hill away from the Abbey. Can the both of you tell me what your perceptions are?
We don't have that one open. Hold on.
Aw.
Like 800 screenshots here.
I put all of mine on a Word document.
Plus 9.
Thank you for that, by the way.
You're welcome.
Perception plus 10.
Okay. Prospero, you are the first one to see Ireena as you get toward the bottom of the switchback. Ashai, your eyes kind of almost glance over her, specifically because of where she is. Sitting by the pool, just at the edge of the water, of the pool where Clara almost drowned.
It's me.
But Prospero, that is where you see Ireena. She has her shoes off, and her feet are just dipping in the pool.
Over there.
I beeline over. Looking like a
Can you
bitch
make
on a
me
mission.
a will save as you do.
Oh man, okay, hold on. I gotta scoot some things around, please hold.
It's
Sure.
a William save.
Hello, welcome.
Okay, you said will save?
Ratman. A will save, yes please.
Oh man, I have to do math?
Yep.
Oh no! Oh no!
Every gay person's
25!
doing math. 25.
I'm gonna
I
math.
was an English
Um,
major.
You are a bitch on a mission. So much of a mission that you forgot for a half a second where exactly Ireena is sitting. And as you walk towards her, you feel like the worst kind of sunburn on your skin for a half second as you approach the consecrated ground of the pool. But you manage to push through it, and once you're past like this initial barrier, there's still a tingling on your skin that is very uncomfortable, but it's no longer feeling like you're being actively pushed away. At least at this range. You don't know if you'd actually be able to enter the pool itself, but you can at least get close enough to talk to Ireena.
Do I notice the look of visible, like, discomfort coming from just, like, next to me, just...
I think so.
I imagine it's like blue-eyed people going out in the sun and just...
Why do you look like you have to take a shit?
You know this is consecrated. Just... walk up to
Don't
Ireena.
actually, but alright.
I just stand behind her for a second. And see if she says anything.
You see her kind of looking out into the depths of the pool, which you know is deceptively deep, after having them told you what happened when Clara almost drowned. You see her... There's almost a glassy-eyed expression on her face, and she doesn't say anything, just grabs a rock and just tosses it, and it...
You have not had much hardship in your life, have you? Daughter of a burgomaster, family there for you, well fed. For you. You don't get to judge us. And I'm not going to sit here and watch you walk away when Ireena is terrified. I don't know if you see that or not. If you don't, you're blind.
Who am I, Shai?
I don't know.
Am I Ireena? Am I Tatiana? Am I Strahda's sister? Am I Reyna's lover? Am I somebody? I just don't know anymore. I had one thing that I thought that I knew was that Ireena was there for me. Apparently, even that is not true. Because Ireena is Strahda's, not mine.
He is still there for you.
But she's there for Strahda first.
I do not think she will be forever.
Usually Prospero's kind of just kept quiet when, like, ever Ireena's around, just because he doesn't really know how to interact with her. Can't relate. And the whole being alive thing. He looks over at her, sits down next to her, and goes, "You know," and he scratches like the interior of his like nose hole. And he goes, "You know, I once had a crisis of identity myself. Once upon a time. Recently,
She kind of
actually.
looks at you, the fact that you are undead now, and just like gestures like,
I'm trying to be genuine. I haven't talked to you this entire fucking time. The least you can do is just fucking listen and not joke."
I didn't know I was being genuine as well, if it was the fact that you were undead now.
Uh-huh. Anyway. My first love was not a woman. Wasn't a boat. It wasn't gold. It was the sea. And for my entire life, the sea was always present, and it was a constant, and never betrayed me. It fought me consistently every single fucking turn, but it never betrayed me. You don't know what that is, do you?
I can't say that I've ever seen the sea. No, Barovia is not exactly.
There's a sereneness about it. It's vast, almost endless. And when you reach out into the middle of the ocean and the sea, you see nothing around you but just water, and it's calm. That's when it's at its best.
Sounds a bit terrifying.
It is. But that's also what makes it calm and serene and the best thing ever. It's weird. I can't quite explain the feeling.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway. When I began to age, and when I began to become led astray by greed, that's when I had my first identity crisis. The moment it came to fruition was when I ended up here. And the sea was taken away from me. I don't have way back. It was taken away from me over... How long have I been dead?
200 years.
Yeah.
I've been dead for 200 years and away from the ocean for 200 years. The person you're running from, who's fighting you consistently, who needs your help the most, and who you can help the most, and who helps you the most, realize who you are, is still back in that castle. Don't lose her forever.
Sorry, lore check. 50 years.
Thanks.
Give or take 10 from your original death.
Yeah.
Regular Danny Carr.
Yeah. She kind of just like rubs her eyes in her hands and says,
Whatever the fuck your fate is, be it being Strahda's sister, Titania, whatever the fuck. Right now, it doesn't matter. What matters is helping her.
You're the family that she chose, not the one she was coerced into out of desperation.
I want what's best for Ireena, but what about me? How am I supposed to trust someone who will always put me second? Maybe
Well,
you're right.
considering-
Maybe she won't be Strahda's forever. But right now, there's something about Strahda that terrifies me, more than just knowing what she is.
Good.
And you want me to put my life in the hands of someone that said that she would put her first?
Do you think the
Maybe-
rest of us would stand by
Maybe
and just
it's
let her
not-
take you?
There's
I
5 of
appre-
us, plus
I-
the Belleviews.
I appreciate that. But how am I supposed to be with someone that would do that to me? I'm not going to run away from you all, but maybe one day Ireena will not be Strahda's anymore. But until then, I don't think that I can be hers. Maybe call me jealous, or I don't know, but she takes her feet out of the pool and dries them off and puts her shoes back on, stands up. There's a bit of that old steel in her eyes that you saw that first day that you met her, when she jumped into a pile of ghouls to save you all. And she just dusts off her breeches and says, well, I do still want to save her, so let's go save Ireena.
Away from this place
tell you
because
what.
it is making me sick.
And then maybe
I'll
we
tell
can
you what.
save you a shy.
What time is it? I'm
I'd
dead.
say it's not it's early, not quite noon, but not quite lunchtime either.
Are you hungry, Ireena?
I had a bit with the Bellevues before I went down here. I told them I was going to leave and they gave me some supplies, but I wasn't really.
How about this? Is there a baker in town? Did the Bellevues ever speak of one? That you know of?
I'm sure there must be someone in town that's.
Why don't you pick up a couple of things, and Ashaya and I will meet you back at the Abbey. Her and I have something to take care of.
Kind of looks between the two of you and.
You can stay.
says, Both of you make me diplomacy checks.
Oh, bestie, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, give me a sec. I need to pull up that.
This is essentially which of you she listens
25!
to. Okay, no, not bad.
Rolled an 18.
I don't think I can beat that. Yeah, no, that's a 17.
She looks between the two of you, and something in her, like, despite the fact that she's had some trouble with Ishai recently, here's just the slightest bit of sincere fear in your voice and just says, I'll stay.
You know, you actually might get a kick out of this. So you can go ahead and watch.
Please don't punch me.
She goes over to the, there's like a bench in front of the dilapidated Shrine of the Morning Lord and just like sits down on it and crosses her legs and watches.
Or should I just
We
like
can't do
nervously has her hand on her like a dagger?
Oh, we can't do this here. We have to go to the woods.
Why are we going to the woods?
Dueling in public is frowned upon.
Why are we dueling?
You'll see.
Please explain.
I suppose you'll need someone to referee then, so good thing I stayed
Come
back.
on. Let's go.
I cannot believe. I follow.
We just left.
Hello?
woods.
The
Bad
consequences
things
of
happen.
my own action?
Oh no,
Um,
couldn't be me.
do you follow Prospero and Ireena?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna win that fight.
As the three of you head into the woods nearby, we'll cut back up to let's check in on Reina and Aster as our rat boy is finally here. Hello. You
Hello.
both just had a very good cry, and you were making your way back to the dining hall, I believe.
Yeah, I had just walked out. I believe the line was, I wish I could be as strong as you one day, and then I left the room.
I'm glad you remember that.
Yeah.
a
It's like
pretty
I
good
Watched
watched
the stream like 4 times.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers, they watch the stream.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Never seen it. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm walking to the dining room.
Are you following Reina or?
No.
Well, what are you doing then? We'll stick with you.
Great.
Did you not think this far ahead?
No, I know. I'm trying to
Okay, okay.
decide. Fuck it. Reina is going to kind of stare at the wall for a second, tears just welling up and then going away, welling up again as she thinks about everything that everyone has told her, all the kind words and the harsh words, and starting to understand and come to terms with the situation she's in. She's gonna reach into her bag and take out her journal. And in ink, under the last prompt, she's gonna write, "Are you worth saving?" ? And then she's gonna close the journal and put it back in her bag. Regret is just gonna swallow her whole in that moment for doing that. She's gonna take her book back out, look at it, look at the words she wrote, think about scratching them out, close the book, put it back away. And so that she doesn't panic, she's gonna leave the room with the bag and the book until.
Immediately as you leave the room, in the same window that Ashai was looking out last night, On the windowsill is perched an owl, looking at you. Woo.
She's gonna look at the owl for a very long time. Words just on the tip of her tongue.
I died a little.
And then she's gonna be...
It kind of takes a few steps to like turn its body out the window. Still looking at you. It almost looks like it's about to take flight.
She's gonna watch it take flight and not say anything.
It doesn't take flight yet. It looks like it's waiting for you.
To go with it?
Maybe.
Well, I'm not gonna jump out a window, so...
It leaps out and then hits like the top of the wall just outside. Turns around, keeps looking at you.
She will ignore it and go downstairs and join the rest.
You turn away from the owl and head downstairs, walking towards the other side of the abbey. You don't see behind you as the owl kind of ruffles its feathers and then takes off into the mist. You walk into Chance kind of picking at her food, Clara talking with Zigfrek about Aconite. No Ashai, Ireena, or Prospero. And Aster, I assume, has grabbed a plate of food and is eating.
No, I feel like
Not
if
yet?
I walked in and I didn't see them, I would ask where they're at.
Okay, we'll start with Aster then. As Aster walks in, you see just Clara, Chance, and the Bellevues.
Hey guys, where's everyone else?
Oh, Prospero and Shai went to go find Ireena. Ireena is...
Oh, no, I was just with Reina, but
yeah.
is Ireena okay? I know we've kind of had a rough night. / morning, /
/week,
I-
/month.
yeah.
I don't think so. She is not used to these kinds of things, and she cares very much for Reina, but as we all know, Reina is struggling. But
Yeah,
all
I
can
think
do
we
is-
kind of need to talk about that.
Yes.
I mean, it might be more appropriate that we have everyone here. But I think our
think
friend
so,
needs
too.
help.
And we will give it to her.
You think Prospero's got it though, right? Like Shai and
We'll keep
Ireena
it.
is really tense, but also Prospero's never really held back. So
Cloven
think-
just says, he does seem to be the type that can easily break through tension.
I think he will keep them from killing each other at the very least.
yeah, but you're right. There's a lot's happened. I'm just gonna grab some food.
So I'm sure they would not do something as silly as dueling in the woods.
That would be foolish. But
Hard cut to them fighting each other violently.
Hard cut to Ashai and Prospero. You found a nice little opening in the woods. Something that Prospero would easily see as like suitable for this kind of thing.
I actually purposefully look for a clearing, but with because there's probably like a bunch of fallen fucking trees. I want to
Yeah,
look for
definitely.
one. I Do I find a clearing with a tree that is leaning against a rock that looks like a fulcrum?
Sure. I went for it and rolled a nat 20.
Are we gonna seesaw?
Yeah. I already know what he has in mind, so yes, you do find something like that. And could you also make me a nature check?
Nature.
Yes.
Nature's not one of my strong suits, but I'll give it a shot. Is nature a wisdom?
Yes.
So
Question
as
mark?
opposed to +1, it would actually be +2 now. Yeah, it would. Okay.
If you don't have proficiency in nature, then yeah, just be a +2. Oh wait, no, didn't you take untrained improvisation?
I did.
So it's a +4 because you have half your level.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Ooh. Okay. 22.
This clearing that you find with a very precariously placed tree trunk, it looks like it's been used before. The tree trunk doesn't have the look of something that has like randomly fallen on this boulder. It actually clearly has all of the branches and twigs cleaned off of its side. There's very clearly signs of like someone has walked up and down it many, many times, wearing away the outer layer of bark. And you notice in all the other trees that surround this clearing, claw marks of wolves. Not
Interesting.
werewolves, but wolves.
Okay. Looks like I'm not the only person who had this idea once. Okay, so get on the log, and I point towards the end of the log that's on the ground.
Take a second, but I'll do it.
Ireena sits on another log that's fallen nearby, crosses her legs, watches.
I go, so you have things that you haven't told the group before in the past, right? Seems to me that you've had trust issues.
Yes.
Right. We're gonna settle that now. And I would like to front flip onto the other side of the log that is up.
Absolutely. Make me, I don't know, would you consider this an acrobatics or performance? And you'd have the acrobatic performance thing, right?
I do, but they're both 11. And I
Okay.
think that my acrobatics is higher now, because I got a 19 in my dexterity score, so...
Yes. Well, no,
okay.
that doesn't actually change it at all yet. Not until next
Okay.
one.
You know what? I'll use the performance, because it's still expert and still it works out.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make a performance check.
So this is plus 13. Okay. I think.
Sounds about right.
20.
20, and you guys are level 5, and then... That is just the DC you need to make. So I'll give you panache as you do, it's not straight up to the taller spot. You kind of have to do like a double tuck as you just like hit the boulder, hit the middle of the log, and then do a front flip and land just right on the end of the other side of the log, which you feel, Shy, you feel the log just go, and it just kind of balances out with it just barely teetering on the boulder as you're both on the ends of the log, and it's very precariously balanced.
I go, we're gonna fight. We're not going to kill each other, but we're going to fight. If I hit you for a point, you tell me something that you haven't told you. You tell me something that I don't know about you. If you hit me for a point, then I'll tell you. Then I'll give you a gold. I'm pretty much an open book at this point. You know most of my shit.
Fine.
We're not aiming to kill.
I would appreciate that.
Does she have a rapier?
I have short
She
swords and a
has
dagger.
Short sword.
Okay, I will toss her my spare rapier.
Am I proficient with those? I would assume
I
so.
don't think.
I
Let me
feel
check.
like I'm proficient with most things.
Yeah,
That's
you are.
nice.
You are proficient with rapiers. Expert proficiency with rapier. So you have a +9 with it.
Treat her nice. I've had her for a long time. And
I'm not gonna bother asking you to roll for initiative. I'll just ask
Sure.
both of you to make me a dexterity check to see who goes first.
okay.
That's a nat 20 plus 30.
That
For
beats
total
me.
of-
Oh wait, you didn't say acrobatics. You said dex.
Just dexterity.
Sorry, I have like 800 windows open right now. Dex
+4, I believe, right?
plus 4. Sure, that sounds correct. So 24.
So 24. And for Prospero?
He goes first.
Much lower. Okay, so Ashai takes the advantage in the initiative, and what do you do?
You see, for a moment, she looks unsure because she doesn't really want to hit you, and then just closes her eyes for a second and steels herself and jumps forward. And I feel like an idiot talking to all you people who do fighting for a profession. I don't know any moves. I poke him.
Well,
We don't get paid for it. We do it for funsies.
Okay.
The first thing I need you to do is roll me a balance, which is an acrobatics check, because you are very precariously placed on this teetering wooden log.
19.
19.
17.
That
I can't do
is-
math.
Oh, 17. That is a failure.
An art major.
What do you want from me?
Yes. Just a regular failure, not a critical failure. You start to take a move forward with your first action, but you are very unsure. You don't get to move with this action, so you still have 2 more actions though. If you want to try and move again,
Sure.
make another acrobatics check.
Need to roll more than a 4 this time would be neat. Nat
It would be
20, 33.
Yeah, that is a critical success. You get to move your entire speed. You take advantage of the situation as like maybe Prospero clearly looks like he's done this before, and that pisses you off a little bit, and you just move as quickly as you can without worrying too much about the balance, and the teeter swings violently toward Prospero as you go in, and you can use your third action to attack if you like.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, yikes.
A nice little thrust.
Wowie kazowie. I have a lot of crap open. This is not the best. Here I am, unprepared. Okay.
It's a +9.
Is it? It's all my
plus
other stuff
14,
is plus
plus
13.
14,
Oh,
sorry.
14, yeah. 24.
Does that hit you, Prospero?
24. It just hits.
Just hit.
Can I?
Go ahead and roll damage.
Hang on. Can I? I have a dueling cape. Can I get an opportunity to reduce. I think it reduces by 2. If I'm not mistaken.
The
Dueling cape.
reaction. Hold on, let me check. Dueling cape. It's an interact action, so you haven't had the chance to wrap it around yet. It is not a reaction to do.
Not fuck. Okay. There's gotta be something that like helps me with like just a -1 kind of deal.
Unfortunately, no. No reactions to help you here.
Okay, it hit.
I don't. Rapier was not on my list of things that I had. I don't know how much damage it does, but we're just hitting, so like,
It's a
I'm not really trying to do
D6.
damage.
D6 deadly D8. So it's just a regular hit. So it's Well, it's 2d6 because you guys are level 5.
What's 2d6?
So yeah, 2d6.
10.
Ooh.
10 damage to Prospero.
Ooh. You want to turn that into a nick because like
Nope.
we're going point for point here. That's what I was gonna do initially. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know when it ends though, so I'm not trying to kill you.
Fair.
Still,
Fair enough.
goes through one of your rib holes.
If we want to do this where it's just a point of damage, we can do that. That is fine.
That's probably easier.
Okay.
Cool.
You tap Prospero. Yeah, like right through one of his ribs.
Ooh. Very good.
And that makes it Prospero's turn.
All right. I her gold. Flipper gold. I use the moment of distraction from her catching the gold to fucking hit her.
So this is a feint. Go ahead and make a feint.
Yeah. How do feint?
Feint is a deception check.
Damn it! I had an option to take that fucking skill and train in it.
This is a deception against her perception DC.
And I'm assuming that the jack of all trades thing does not apply here.
Oh, were you not trained in deception?
Nope.
Then you cannot feint.
I cannot feint.
Yep. You need to be trained in deception in order to feint. Yes. So I will not give you flat-footed here, but it is still... you still have your panache, so...
I do have my panache.
I would have given you panache for it, but...
I will... What is my dance move? It's the...
Leading dance?
Yeah.
That would
grapple
be
check?
a performance check against her will DC.
Performance check. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do that. That is a 25.
What's your will DC?
Just oh well, that's way over 19.
Okay. So you grab the coin out of the air, and then suddenly Prospero is right in your face, and you do a quick flurry of blows with the rapiers, which pushes you back about 10 feet, right back to the middle of the log, so it's now teetering again.
I will. Do I have? What does the leading dance do? It
just
basically
lets you both move 10 feet without triggering reactions, attacks of opportunity, and gives you panache.
Sweet. I will attack.
Go for it.
That's a lot. That's 17 plus 11. 28.
Just a regular hit? Cork, what's your AC?
25.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a regular hit.
So
that's as you're pushed back. Go ahead and describe it, Danny.
Yeah, I do sort of like a flamenco stomping motion towards you as I'm stabbing at your fucking feet, and you're like, motherfucker, what are you doing? And I go, I must warn you, and as you're focusing on your feet, without really with thinking that I'm going to strike your feet, it goes up towards your cheek, and you just feel it, and you feel it cut. And I go, I don't fucking lose this game.
We'll see.
But first, a secret.
Is there something specific you want to know?
Ireena, what do you think?
I was going to ask if you really forced yourself on Reina, but I think I already know the answer to that. You're a good liar, but she's a terrible liar. Why don't you tell us how you died?
That's a good one.
We know Valenta did it, but tell us where you were. What was going on?
The cult I was a part of was sacrificing themselves and me.
And so you volunteered to be sacrificed?
I did not. They chained me to the floor.
And you take that moment to press your attack again.
Ah, that's good. Can I take that one action to then
your third action to wrap the
envelop
the dueling cape? Yeah.
So we're still right. I don't have to move again.
No, you guys are still.
So I'm just rolling to attack.
Yeah, basically core.
It's not great. It's not great. What did we say? It was a plus 14? 20? Yes.
I don't think that's going to hit Prospero.
Is it one action to stab? Yeah, and then the rest are just map. Okay. I do it again. That's even less. I try a third time.
Minus 10.
Yeah, I know. No, it's not gonna happen. All three of them miss.
You are not. You know how to use a rapier, but it's not your preferred weapon. You are not the same kind of flamboyant fighter that Prospero is, and so you try a very fancy, fast 1, 2, 3, but Prospero is easily able to fend them all off.
Remind me, what does Opportune Riposte do again?
When she critically fails a strike against you, you can attempt a disarm of the weapon. So, what was that last roll?
Make me do math. Hold on.
So it should just be a plus
minus
4.
10. 16.
Yeah. What's your AC, Prospero?
23.
Okay, so it's not a critical
24
fail.
24 with the dueling cape.
Not a critical fail. Do you remember what the second one was that you rolled? The number on the dice, was it really low? Or...
It was a 5. It was only one less than the one before it, so 5 plus 14 minus
14. Actually,
hold on, wait, you said it
14.
Oh,
you said
the 9.
5. Yeah, because it would be map minus 5, so it would make it a 14.
Plus.
The second one is a critical failure.
Okay.
So you can attempt to disarm.
I will do that.
That is your athletics against her reflex DC.
Okay. Athletic. Okay, it's 7. It's not terrible. I will hero point that.
Okay. Did you
'Cause
really
that
want
was a
that disarm?
It was a 1. I wasn't about to be played like that. No, sir. Okay, much better. 26.
What's your reflex save?
23.
Okay, so it's a regular success. It does not completely disarm you, but your grip is weakened. If you attempt to disarm her again, you'll get a +2 bonus. And Ashai, you have a -2 circumstance penalty to attacks with the rapier until the start of your next turn.
Can I describe it?
Yeah, of course.
So as she's going for these like hits on me and she's pressing the attack, I'm like, I deflect one way, I deflect another way, and as she goes for this third one, I notice it's going a little lower than it's intended, and so I just hit it, and it gets stuck in the log.
Stuck in the log for half a second before she pulls it free. Her grip is off because of it. She still has it in her hand. But it is now your turn, and if you want to try and disarm again, you have a bonus to it.
Sure. How do disarm? It's just athletics again?
Yeah, another athletics against her reflex, but you have a
Sure, I'll do
+2
it.
circumstance bonus because
Oh, yeah.
of the original success.
I'll do that. Nope. That is a 14.
Not gonna do it.
Nope.
2 more actions.
Was that considered an attack? The disarm?
Yes, it does have
Okay.
the attack. So your next attack would be multiple attack penalty.
So it's -5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will do the thing.
Do the thing.
Julie,
Julie.
do the thing.
That is a 20. I think that misses.
Yeah, not gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
Third action? There's other stuff you can do besides just try and stab.
Yep, I know. The trip is an attack, so I can't really do that. What is...
You could attempt intimidation,
A
demoralize.
you know what? I'll do that, and I will. I'll step in a way where the log just kind of goes and just like makes her fuck up a little bit.
Okay, so this is an intimidation check against her will DC,
Yes. So
which
now I have
I think she's not great at those.
I have a +10 in that, so I'll use this one. Ooh, that's a nat 20 for a 30.
30. That is a critical
Yep.
success. What do you say to demoralize her while you do this thing where you're trying to put her off balance, literally?
You know, with a little bit more training, you could actually get pretty good at this. And I step 1 foot left, and that's just all it needs to just go funk and then just fucking trip her up.
That makes you frightened too. What was that?
I said excuse me, because fuck you.
Yep. That gives you a -2 penalty to all of your checks and DCs.
Ugh, my god. Okay. Yikes.
Ireena calls out, "First to 3 hits wins."
Was that all of your turn, or did you have one more thing to do?
Yeah, that was his third action.
That was it. It's your turn.
Okay.
I'm posing garishly at the bottom.
Naturellement.
Oh boy. Shit.
You are basically off balance at this point because of that.
If you weren't a coward, you would let me fight the way that I fight. I'm debating if I want to play dirty and dump some spells into
Let you stab me
this.
behind the back? I don't think so. You're gonna look me in the eyes when you tell me the God's honest truth about you.
Am I? Okay. I am going to use my Spell Striker feat, and channel a, I think it's the cantrips I can use, because I don't have all my shit right now.
You have cantrips and spells.
I'm just gonna do like a produce flame into the.
Okay, can you make me a will save?
Do I have to?
Yes.
That's not good.
Because you're feeling a little trapped here.
Oh no! Hey, come on! Hey, I'm hero pointing that.
I think I know
It's
what part of
worse!
the coin he got, guys.
If you hero point something,
What was-
do you have to take the new result?
Yes. Yeah.
Eh,
What's the total?
15.
Wait, what was... I was about to say, what was the actual... is it a melee attacks only that you get opportune riposte off of?
If it's a critical fail, yeah.
Oh wait, is that
Okay.
still? What did you? I'm sorry. What did you say? Is the do I have a minus on everything I roll right now?
You have -2 to everything. Yeah.
13.
Saves and checks.
It's not good.
You look at him and you try and reach for the fire, but instead it comes out electricity. You feel as the fire just turns into this explosion of electrical energy that doesn't go down your sword. It just shoots out and surrounds Prospero. And I need Prospero to make a reflex save.
What the fuck? Some bullshit. Alright, I got plus 13. Wait, is it plus 13 or plus 14? Reflex is dex, right?
It's whatever your reflex save is, which is
I
on
believe
your...
I believe it's dexterity. Alright, I'm gonna say it's 14 because this is a
It's
character
13.
sheet that... Okay. 20.
20. That is exactly the save. So you succeed. You're going to take half of this as you feel just this electric charge suddenly swarm around you. You're going to take... where's my d12?
I could roll it.
Well, that's 3d12 at this level.
26.
Go ahead and roll me 3d12.
Yeah, it's 26.
So you take 13 electricity damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Fuck you.
The static cloud tries to linger for a moment, but you back off just enough for it to disperse like static electricity. And Ireena is just like, I think that counts as a second hit.
Do I still have an action, or was
La-
that?
That was
Last
2
I
actions for that one.
I do respond. Last I checked, this wasn't a magical duel.
Technically, you never said whether it was magical or not.
Fair enough.
I go in for a hit with the rapier.
I real quick. I take my gold coin and I just throw it at her fucking forehead.
This is your second attack, so it'll be -5.
Yeah. Nah, it doesn't hit. It's like a 19.
So just a regular miss. Gotcha. All right, back to Prospero.
It wasn't on purpose.
Hmm.
She is still frightened too, but she's no longer has that negative to her attack with the disarm from last turn.
Right. All right. I will attack. That is a. Is it a 12 or a 13 that I'm hitting for? I think it's a 13. That is a 25.
Hits!
I'm gonna add panache.
Go for it.
Panache in a way that it
It's a finisher, right?
Yeah. Remind me what that does again, if you don't mind.
Finishers.
Wait, give me it maybe doesn't hit. Hold on. I haven't been factoring in my nimble dodge thing. Does that? It's a
only
plus.
For the first, yeah.
Well, that was the first one.
Right. That was the first one.
I've hit you already.
Well,
Not in the whole fight. I think it's every turn.
every turn, yeah.
It's a +2 to my AC, so it would be. Wait, does that factor in to my AC on the sheet? Because I always see it. Okay, well then it does hit.
It does. Yeah,
Carry
so
on.
25 still hits with the nimble dodge. Panache gives you a +5 to your speed and a +1 bonus to tumble through checks or anything that gives you panache due to your style, and it causes you to deal extra precision damage while you have panache. And you can use finishers by expending panache.
And a finisher is just an extra die?
Depends. There are different kinds of finishers. The basic confident finisher gives you extra damage, yeah. Not extra to hit.
So what's the extra damage? It's just an extra D8?
It's a precision damage, so I think I'm not sure. Unless are you like really trying to hurt her at this point now that she's like electrocuted you?
Yeah, tit for tat.
We'll say then it's 3d8 then.
3d8, okay.
Bestie, I was not at full health when we started.
I know. And how do you hit her this time?
That is 7 damage. I will do a quick little flurry, and as I'll like jab again at your legs, and I'll pretend to slip and stab your foot.
My hoof? My hoof.
Your hoof.
Yeah, the meat of your hoof, right up at the top.
Ooh. Right through the calf. That's fun. No.
Yeah.
And Ireena says, "Well, that's 2 for 2. You can ask this time, Prospero." You had this idea. You should have those questions ready.
Right? It was
workshopping it in my head. I didn't know what. Okay, anyway. Why did you do this to yourself?
Because I was afraid.
Elaborate.
I am afraid of the people who killed me. I am afraid of Valenta. I am afraid I will never have a chance to live my own life.
And so you decided to give your life away.
I don't see it that way.
Sorry, I slipped, by the way.
Slipped.
Would I lie to you?
Yes.
Haven't so far.
Was that the end of his turn?
I think he still has 2 actions.
I have
Do
2
you?
actions. Do I have to interact with the cape each turn to like give me the +1?
I don't think so. But I could be wrong. Until the start of your next turn, yeah, you do every turn. It's
Okay.
essentially like raising a shield, but with your cape.
Yeah. Okay. I'll map. So I'll take the -5.
Mm-hmm.
Red, black, or blue, guys?
Whoa.
Red.
Black.
Red. Black.
Blue.
Okay.
Black.
Everybody said
Black.
something different.
All
Love
of
it.
them.
Okay. All of them. I wish. All right. Ooh. Okay. So -5. That is a 26.
That hits.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I will. How tight is the vest that you have on, or the corset that you have on right now?
Tight? What does that mean?
I
He's gonna
will.
Zorro her.
No, well, yeah. I'm going to vault over you, and I'm just gonna go and like undo the laces on the back of the fucking corset, and then just.
That's not how it works.
That's so rude.
I know, but
But it's cool.
Yeah.
It is cool. Do it for the anime.
Yeah.
I'll give you a fucking hero point for that.
It's rude. So rude.
Oh.
You think that he missed it first, and then you just feel.
I have a shirt underneath.
Yeah, but it's still. You
No, I know.
Seen your character art, it don't matter.
And Ireena just says, "That's the 3rd hit. Prospero seems to be the winner." And one last question.
Why don't you trust me?
I've never said I didn't trust you.
You imply it at every single turn. You didn't listen to me when Valenta showed up. You just ran in a blind fucking rage. And I get it, you want fucking vengeance, but I was able to hold my tongue and not do shit when that elf was in the fucking castle with me, and he was responsible for my second, 3rd, 30th death.
Shai's gonna spin around and grab his jaw and look him in the eye. I do wish that I had more composure the way you do, but I don't think anyone could have stopped me. It is not that I don't trust you.
Then we're gonna keep doing this. Not today, but we're going to keep doing this and meeting like this until you learn to fucking keep calm. 'Cause otherwise, and I take what, and I just kind of lean back this way, and the log will just knock both of us off.
Yeah, you just.
But I will land on my feet.
Let go of you. Is there anything else you want to know over here? I've talked
I'll leave
about
that
these
up to you.
things, just not to you.
I'll leave that up to you if you want me to know anything. And likewise, if you want to actually know anything about me, you can ask. I've told Clara my stuff. She's actually a good person to talk to. As you know, I'm sure.
Yes, I have spoken to her several times. I am doing my best. And I know it is not good enough for you right now. And I look at Ireena.
You know, the truth is, it doesn't matter what the fuck is good enough for me. What my interests are is what's best for the rest of those fucks. Because they're the only ones we fucking got. You have no one else. I had no one else.
I am painfully aware. Do you think I would not die for every single one of you?
I think you already died for something, but it wasn't us.
At least this time it would be my
walk
choice. I throw the rapier after him.
I'll let it stick in me, and I'll just keep walking.
You're a bastard!
Not the first time I've been called that!
Ireena gets up from her little perch, and walks over to Ashai. Would you die for Reyna?
Yes.
Doesn't say anything, just turns and walks away. And that's where we'll take a break. We'll be back in 10 minutes or so.
Yikes.
We'll see you then.
Bye!
Hello and welcome back. Great timing. So, after a lovely duel in the woods, we cut back to the slightly awkward breakfast of the rest of the party. Clara, Chance, and Aster are eating while just as Reina comes in.
Reina's
Cloven's
gonna
just like, did you want some breakfast? Don't
No.
think you've eaten.
No. She's going to step into like the dark corner of the room where the light doesn't really touch and just stand on the wall because she's acutely aware that her eyes are puffy right now and she's still sniffling a little bit. So she's just going to try and hide herself as much as possible.
Make a stealth check.
$14.
14.
Theater major,
not-
shut up.
It's not the most surreptitious you've ever been. And after a moment of just like trying to hide in the corner, you feel like a hand touch your shoulder. Then you look over and see Martzena Bellevue. She's the Bellevue that had the daggers and the pixie cut. She's holding out a handkerchief to you.
Thank you, but I'm all right.
Are you sure? You don't look all right.
I'm sure.
She does just like pulls it back, and you can tell it's clearly like a little sleight of hand trick, as she doesn't put it in a pocket; it just kind of disappears from view. Well, can't say I didn't try. She doesn't leave, she just leans against the wall next to you, looking out at everyone.
Can I help
So-
you?
Apparently not.
Very nice, saved you some bread.
You're in what's usually my corner. No, it's fine. You can stay there. It's quite all right. You just need to share. That's all.
This is my brooding spot.
Yeah, really.
I'm the angsty bitch here.
She's gonna smirk at who the fuck is this? I don't even know. What's her name?
Martzena Bellevue.
Slay. She's gonna smirk at her and stay planted.
She doesn't say anything, just watching the group. You see her eyes have a very keen sense to them, like she is picking up on all the little tells around her that she can see. After a moment, she just kind of leans over and says, your friend Chance, obviously she's not doing so well after the werewolf bites. Your friend Aster looks like he's been crying recently, and he came in later, so I assume the two of you had some kind of chat? Clara seems to be the only one that is not having an emotional breakdown this morning.
Okay. And you can just sense all of this?
I can, I mean, anyone can. It's not a sense, it's just putting clues together. Your eyes are puffy, Aster's eyes are puffy. You were both the last two people in here.
I don't know if you're trying to get any information out of me or what your deal is right now, but we've been through it. As a group, we've been through it.
I know you have. So have we, to be perfectly honest. I'm not trying to make any kind of power play here. I'm not trying to make our lives difficult. I'm just trying to bridge the gap.
Well, if we are to go on this quest together, perhaps it's not the worst idea.
Unfortunately, you'll be going off on your own for this, since we now have to stay here. But when you come back, and assuming you don't die and you take care of the little problem that's plaguing Kresk, then we will definitely be allies.
I look forward to it.
Oh, and tell your undead friends that she needs to feed more if she wants to not cause any real troubles in the future. And she doesn't even say anything at your like aghast face. She just like points to her own neck where the two puncture wounds are in yours.
I must need to get something.
Just
to
don't
cover
let
them up, I
Cloven
guess.
know.
Wasn't gonna tell anyone. Wasn't planning on it anyway, and I hope you will do the same.
Of course not.
She
Cloven
means
has a
no harm.
very...
I assure you she means no harm.
I'm just saying that she gets the sense of someone who has not come to terms with what she is yet. She needs to learn that if she continues to leave it till the last moment, that more accidents will happen.
She will learn.
Make sure she
In
learns
that-
quickly.
In that moment, can Prospero walk in with just the rapier just still
Yeah, just a
sticking out of
rapier
him?
sticking out of him. Yeah.
Who's got my cup?
Why is there a sword in you, Prospero?
Prospero, what happened?
Ashai did it.
Productive
Did
more.
you say they weren't gonna do anything to each other?
What do you
It's
mean
okay.
Ashai did it?
It's okay, I stabbed her in the foot.
Why are you stabbing each other?
Relax. What is this accent?
You're not French
Relax.
anymore.
Shit. Relax. Alright. Her and I needed to settle something. We did. It's fine. This is how we settled it on the boat. Whenever someone stepped out of line,
You stabbed each
we would
other.
battle on the... Huh?
You stabbed sword three at each other.
So, no. She broke the rules first.
What
Then
rules?
I stabbed her.
Wait,
At
what
this
rules?
point, Ireena and Ashai come walking through the door.
Limping on a bleeding foot.
The second that Reyna sees Ireena, she's going to step out of the shadows and into the light, and she has like a face of awe. And then like kind of takes it back and then steps back into the shadows.
Can I notice that?
Did I notice that?
How surreptitious are you trying to be? Do you want to make a stealth check against Prospero's perception?
Sure.
Enhancers.
19.
Prospero's perception DC is higher than that, right?
My perception DC is... It's
10 plus whatever it is.
10 plus... Yeah, it's 20 something.
You see a brief moment of Reyna just like... Yeah.
Well, don't hide it. Get her. She's not ready for you, but you could at least put an effort in.
Ireena is going to look at Ireena, and that's it.
She kind of
From
looks
where
back and
From where
then-
Clara is sitting, her shadow, already dark, kind of stretches into the corner where Ireena is, then reaches out and shoves her towards Ireena.
It's
do
it's
that
not
now.
it's not a super strong push, but Rain, if you feel like a sharp jolt from behind you, that's probably
like a
surprising
Kamara.
enough. Yeah, like surprising enough that probably puts you a
Yeah, she'll like
step
take
forward.
a step forward and look behind her and see probably Clara just in the shadows, like.
No, it's not
Just
Clara.
looking
She's
at
still
you.
sitting with
Shadow.
Oh, it's just a shadow. That's right.
Yeah,
Clara's
like
still
Peter
sitting
Pan
with the
shadow.
breakfast. You see cat eyes, and that's
Okay,
it.
then I'm gonna see the freaking who's this bitch that's standing next to me. She's gonna look at the bitch that's standing next to her.
And then look at me. I just stab things.
Abby's haunted.
She'll look at
She
Ireena.
she just points at Clara.
She'll look at Ireena and be like, "I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable."
Right then, how many Bellevues do we have in the room right now?
Are
All
they
of
in the
them?
room with us right now?
Are these Bellevues in the room with you right now?
Could we have the room to ourselves, please? And by ourselves, I mean anyone who is associated with
Yes, we get
our
the
crew.
idea. The Bellevues go off to do their thing, which for most of them right now is guarding the Abbey.
As Cloven is heading off, Clara will call to him.
We should be ready to leave the abbey in a couple of hours. Before, around noon, I should say. We'll get the Aconite as soon as possible.
Safe travels
Aye.
if we do not see each other before you leave.
Aye.
They clear out, leaving just all of you there. Ireena takes a couple steps forward, so kind of looking at the ground, and says, I don't know everything that's going on right now, but I do want everyone to be on the same page, and I want everyone to be alright. So let's help you, Reina.
I signal over to Clara and I like quietly just go, "Come here," and I hand her a stool and I point to Reina and I take a stool and I put it right behind Ireena.
No, we're not doing couples therapy. That's not what's going on here.
Oh no, this isn't couples therapy. This is intervention.
Oh no.
I don't need an intervention, thank you.
We're not talking about you. You're just the
What?
first person who you're just the first person who spoke.
Aster gets up on the bench. I assume we're on benches. And he goes, "Wait, guys. First of all, excellent move on this because I was thinking about doing this. I just didn't know how to. But also, Reina, if you're not comfortable, we don't have to move this fast. Like, Reina, we're here to help you, but this is a lot. And I know it's a lot for you right now."
I think I can handle it.
Oh.
What does everybody have to tell me?
Alright. Well. Every one of us is in Barovia against our will. Quite frankly, we've experienced little else other than misery since coming here. Aside from the companionship of each other, we can count on each other. And all of us want either a way out, a way home, or to put a stop to the people who killed us. And if we are to work together as a team, we need to have a unified goal.
And that goal? Say it. Someone in this room has to say it.
Get the fuck out of here by any means necessary, including killing her, the bitch, fucking Strahda, etc., etc., etc. That's my goal. I don't know about everyone else. I know you're not from here. I know you're not from here, and I point to Clara, and Aster's not from here, right?
Correct.
I know you're not from here. I know you're not from here. We all want the fuck to go home. Or at least not to be here anymore. And since we can't fucking die, because fuck, I've tried, and we're left with limited options. I know this is your home. And you're saying it's a good one? The way that people fucking walk around half dead but alive, just moping, fucking zombies walking the streets. You call that a life? God, if only you've seen the ocean. I know I talk a big fucking game of it, but fuck, it's beautiful. I swear to God, if you saw the ocean, you would not give a fuck about this bitch anymore.
Prospero. I have traveled past the mist. I've seen the ocean. I've seen everything. I've seen more than you've seen. And no,
That's
I don't.
bullshit.
I don't consider this my home. I've never considered Barovia my home. But ever since I have lost everything, it welcomed me in. And it may be miserable here. And I may miss the ocean. But this is my home now. You can't just tell me it is miserable and disgusting and there's more out there and there's more beautiful things. Because this is where I reside.
Why is this your
was
home?
my choice. Because I have someone here that will always protect me.
Does she treat you the way your family did? Your mother? Your wife?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't know.
Rita, you know what I had to say. I already said it to you, but this doesn't have to be your home just because it picked you up when you were down.
And like I have been saying, I believe there is beauty in this land. And I believe that everyone here deserves a kinder and safer place. I want to try to make this place like that before we abandon it. I don't want to abandon it.
Tears are going to start to well up in Reyna's eyes, and she's going to walk over to the table and hang her head down and just kind of like grasp the edges of the table and then slam her hand down. When she lifts her head back up, you're going to see tears streaming. I don't think it's going to be that easy.
It never
What they
is.
said.
Nothing is ever easy.
No, I don't think you understand. If I go
Help
against
us.
her, she will kill me. She will.
She won't. We won't let her.
We may not be.
Clara will slowly just like hands up, walk towards Reina. She'll place one hand over Reina's.
We are not strong enough right now. We are not strong enough on our own. Reina, you do not have to be alone anymore. For together we are strong enough, or we will be.
Reina is going to look at Clara for a moment and then pull her in for a big hug. And she's just
I
gonna
hug
say,
back.
she's gonna whisper in her ear, I am so scared.
It's okay. Hold on to that fear. Let it motivate you.
She's gonna
Know
hold the
that
hug.
You're not facing it alone. Not anymore.
Aster's gonna crawl over the table and hug you guys too.
Yeah.
She's gonna hold the hug for as long as she needs to, and that's a pretty damn long time. And then she's gonna let go, and she's gonna look at everybody in the room just staring at her. And she's gonna ask the room, what if I am not strong enough to say no?
Then we say no together.
Then Prospero
Say
will
no
probably
for you.
beat you over the head with.
Or that one. Yeah, maybe you'll get the sword in your chest that time.
We will back you up. We will help you stick to your convictions. A person like Strahda, she's a master manipulator. She will say whatever she thinks she needs to in order to get you vulnerable, to get any of us vulnerable, and to get us on her side. But none of us are on our own against her.
She'll nod and wipe her tears away. And then just look at Ireena.
Ireena is looking at you. There's steel in her eyes that wasn't there earlier. She was definitely a lot more upset earlier. It's not the same kind of look you've seen in her before, but there's conviction there. And she says, I don't know why I feel about Strahda the way I do. I do know why I feel about you the way I do. You said that you couldn't make a decision yet. But I am willing to take a leap of faith. Please don't make me regret it.
She'll smile and nod at you through her tears.
She gives a half smile and tentatively moves forward and opens her arms.
And what?
Opens her arms to Reina.
Oh, okay, got it. Reina will step in and give her a big hug.
Big hug. Tears. Both of your shirts are now wet. At this point, somebody probably notices that Ashai's bodice is not very well fitting at the moment. Chance. You have what was in the box, right?
I do, yes.
You're part of this whole scene. You know, you're involved and part of this reconciliation, but you feel your attention being drawn away from it for a moment. Back to that very expensive looking sun disk on the far side of the wall. The one that you tried to open and got electrocuted by.
Okay. Well, now I know there's a trap on it. Like, is it a pull or just like the shininess is what?
As you think about it, like, you have sticky fingers. Sure. Everybody knows that. You know that. They know that. As you're thinking about it, you realize that the pull towards this was something more than just that draw towards shiny, fancy things. There's something about it that manifested as like, ooh, shiny. But now that you're looking at it, there's something more to it.
Probably without really even realizing what she's doing, she's probably gonna stand up and start walking towards it again.
If you get electrocuted again, I'm not healing you for it.
There's something about this disc. Or something maybe behind it? Or the disc? I don't know.
Aster, you and your caretaker, you spent a lot of time exploring, looking at artifacts, right? You see anything odd about it?
I can look. It didn't really register to me. I mean, granted, I've been distracted by literally everything else going on, but I can give it a look.
Oh, I can pick you up and like hold you up to it.
It's okay. It's okay. I I look at Prospero really quick, and then I take out the spyglass.
The rune that you see underneath the disc is the same kind of one that you saw on the locked doors in the other part of the abbey.
Okay.
So you know it's the same kind of electric latch rune.
Right.
You could either try to scratch out the rune with a thievery check, or if anybody can dispel magic, you can attempt to counteract the magic.
It's actually something I have. Too many tabs. I do have dispel magic.
Okay. So you can. There's two ways that you can attempt to disable it. You can either make a thievery check to scratch out the rune, or you can attempt to counteract the rune with a dispel magic.
Can I first try to scratch out the rune? Because
yeah, it would be a thievery check.
Okay. 18 plus 7, so 25.
That is enough. You managed to, having been shocked by at least two of these things, you're intimately aware with it and managed to scratch out the rune and short out the magic, keeping it all together. And there's just the arcane energy just kind of disperses rather than exploding or something.
I am looking around the room to make sure there's nobody, like, except for our group, watching. I do.
There's not a lot of places for anyone to hide in this dining hall, so unless there's someone invisible, you're fairly sure that you are alone. But for the 6-7 of you,
I'm gonna slowly try and lift the disc this time without
you
dying.
lift the disc. without dying. And behind it there is a lock safe. Very intricate lock. But not enormous. It's maybe 2 feet wide by 2 feet tall, and who knows how deep.
Is there any runes on the safe?
Make a perception check to see if you see any kind of traps.
16?
Total?
Yeah. Didn't roll that great.
Actually, this should be a secret check.
Okay.
Like that. So I'm gonna roll for you.
Sorry.
What's your
13.
13? Okay. Cocked. Alright, so you take a look. At first, you don't see any runes or anything, like no tripwires or anything that would suggest a trap. Until you kind of really narrow your vision, and there's a sort of shimmer that is, you kind of like look back. It's almost like when you see an oil sheen, there's like this iridescent quality. And you realize that there is an invisible rune here, which you can tell just by that it is a mite more dangerous than the electric latch from before. But could be disabled in the exact same way, either with a thievery check or a dispel magic
I'll
counteract.
try a thievery check to scratch it out first.
All right.
Which I think is a 30 or 30. 19.
Do you want to hero point it? Because you have 2.
Oh, yes. $24.
The DC is 22. You very carefully start to scratch out the rune, and then you realize you're about to make just the wrong move. You can almost see the arcane magic starting to build up before you cut across it, and it dispels harmlessly. And the fireball rune is deactivated.
I didn't ask how big the room was. I cast fireball.
Yeah, I didn't ask how big the room was. I cast fireball.
Oh no! Oh no!
There is still a fairly ornate-looking lock, though. But
would that also be a thievery?
Yes, there would be a thievery. Are you trained? Are you trained in thievery?
I am.
Okay.
So 27.
So net 20 for a total of 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is enough to undo the lock without any problems, and it opens on very well greased hinges. Inside,
Well lubed.
yes, well lubricated hinges.
Dude, nice.
Empty, other than one thing. You see what looks like part of a blade.
I immediately shove it in my sleeves.
We got it!
What's
So-
in there?
Yeah, I was
Champs?
gonna say, this is all very obvious to everybody watching. So
Champs, what are you doing over there?
if you're trying to immediately palm it, make a
Yeah.
thievery check.
Alright. That's not great. 9.
Yeah, everybody sees just a flash of steel as Chance shoves something in her sleeves.
What is that?
You need to put that back.
I close the door, I relock it, and put the disc back, and just come and sit down.
Chance, we can't steal from them.
Not
what?
talking.
What is it,
They
Chance?
trust us.
Does that match the hilt we found earlier?
I don't
What
know,
hilt?
kinda-
What
I think-
hilt?
What?
Oh,
Oh.
boy.
Oh yeah,
Right.
we didn't tell anybody.
Per our suspicions, we
Not-
kind of kept things a little hidden from you.
We
For the
really
time
don't
being.
need to pull it here. I don't think we should pull it out here. And I look at Ashai.
Why do you think this is important enough to steal from the Bellevues?
Because it's a part of the prophecy. He cuts off because he whispers too quietly. The
The prophet.
So, okay. Now I'm confused. You found the matching hilt to this blade.
Where?
When?
I don't. Did you say it was like part, or was it the
Part,
rest of
not an entire
Okay.
blade.
it? It's not.
It looks
not
like
all of it.
the fort of the blade, essentially.
Ireena, they didn't tell you because they didn't trust you. Because of what everything we've just been talking about.
It was
But
my
now
call.
Now that we're working on going down the same path, I think we all need to be upfront about everything.
I almost drowned a little trying to get it, but I got better.
It was really
Oh,
scary.
That's when.
That's why I was all wet.
And that's why I don't want to pull it
Okay.
out here, because with the way that water affects Ashai, I don't want to know what this hilt might do.
I don't think it has range. It might. I doubt it. Considering that you can stand next to a shy and it doesn't do anything.
Well, they're magic sleeves.
Pull it out.
Whip it out.
If it's this important, maybe we wait until we're out in the wilds.
Not
Yes.
here, away from the Bellevues,
Yeah.
perhaps?
We have we have at least a moment though. Like
But
You
if
don't know
something
what eyes
happens-
are on us, Prospero.
Let's get going.
We need to
We've-
leave anyway. Let's just look at it when we make camp
We're
for the
already
night.
we're already packed. We need to.
there's one
Well,
last thing. And I go over to where the box is that is supposed to have the hilt but doesn't. And I hand it to Ireena and I go, open it.
the boxes.
You're gonna make her put her journal
Right,
in
yeah.
there?
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
Oh,
It-
She
It's not.
she hesitates for a moment and then opens it. And then sees
It's-
her flask inside, right?
Yeah.
She's like confused and takes her flask out and just gives Prospero a nod. But I think Prospero can sense that like it doesn't just mean like thank you for my flask back. It means we are on the same side now.
truly a treasure beyond words. Alcohol.
You're not
I got
wrong.
a parody of Jingle Bells that's just alcohol that I gotta send to you guys.
Drunkle bells. Ireena.
I do have to do one thing off with one of the Bellevues, but that's another
Sure.
thing entirely. We can do
Yeah.
that later.
You all shovel a few last bites of food before getting up, getting your things, and starting to leave the abbey.
We have 3 weeks,
Any-
guys.
Any last minute things to do before you leave the abbey?
I would like to go grab who's the weapons master at the abbey again?
That would be. I guess it would be. Yeah, Otto Bellevue.
Otto. I go to
Otto?
Otto and I go and I say, would you escort me to the armory? I still need to get ammo for my pistol.
Yeah, can we go with and get just silver versions of our weapons? I know you have
Oh,
those.
yes, of course. We might. I don't know if we have anything for your weapons specifically, but we might have something that could work.
Wasn't
Right.
the blacksmith we
Uh,
stayed with a couple nights ago going to make you some?
He was
Yeah.
he was
has
making me a blunderbuss.
Yeah. But he takes you to the armory, and there is silvered versions of regular weapons. They'll allow you to take one each, so any kind of weapon that you would like with the silvered property, you may add to your character sheet.
Woo!
Ooh.
I will
Can I have a
forget.
silver
Dory.
greatsword? Can I trade my
Hold
greatsword in for a
on.
silver greatsword?
What do
Yes,
I
you
want?
may.
Silvered Aldori dueling sword, please.
And I'm gonna trade in one of my daggers for a silver dagger.
Just
I
one
already
weapon each.
had-
You get one, woman.
Oh, should I do a dagger or should I do my greatsword?
Great sword.
I already have
Okay,
silver.
alright, I'll
back.
do my
I didn't know if I wanted to go dagger or
Let's go
upgrade
do
to
a
a
silver
short
long
sword.
sword.
You could-
Concerning the
Can
ammunition,
I?
what are you thinking?
We'll discuss it later.
Okay.
You're not going to need it in the next 40 minutes, I don't think.
I mean, who knows? I may fight a shy again.
Famous last
That's
word.
fair, yeah. Now that
Before
I've said you won't need it, you'll definitely need it.
Well,
Oh, you
Mr. DM,
cast
it seems like you're
lightning
in
bolt-
control of that.
Oh, you cast lightning bolt again, huh? Bang! I cast gun.
before they set out, Ireena is just gonna announce that she's gonna go back up to the room to make sure that no one's forgetting anything. But really, she's
Mhm.
gonna go up to the room to take a fucking breath for a second, away from everyone else.
Mhm.
Actually, chance might follow because all of her stuff is still in the room.
It's like,
Well, this is like after you've grabbed your stuff and Rain is just
Okay.
taking a second away, I think,
Um,
is the idea.
Can a shy stealth away from the party to follow her?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a stealth against her perception DC. Are you checking your journal or as
Yeah,
part of that breather?
she
or...
is.
Oh, that's not
Um,
so good. I used my second hero point.
Okay.
That's a lot better. 19 plus 13, whatever that is. In the
Yeah,
30s.
lot.
you are
Stealth.
stealth. You open
I
it,
am stealth.
and there is another entry at the end. It says, "I've never once lied to you, my star. So know I speak truth when I say, I swear I shall do you no harm when next we meet, whatever you fear. Let me allay those fears, I pray."
She's gonna put the journal down on the ground and just like sit across from it.
See
God
her
damn it,
looking in the
Jonathan.
journal.
Yeah, she's like sitting across from her journal. Like it's like an arm's length away.
Has she spoken to you more?
Ashai, please. Now is not the time. I can't handle any sassy remark you have equipped. I just... Please.
I walk over and I sit.
She's not hiding
Opposite.
the journal.
Yeah, no, I
She's-
sit
it's
opposite the journal. And you.
flanking the journal.
We're flanking.
The journal is off guard.
We have you surrounded!
Suddenly, the journal pulls a dagger.
I am sorry
Pardon?
for what I did. It was not intentional, but I apologize.
I've been waiting for you to apologize since you did it.
It seemed like you did not want to speak to me, so...
That isn't true. Ashai. I've thought of nothing else. Since that moment. It just keeps replaying in my head, and I know that's partly because of the way it felt. But also, you wanted to hurt me. I saw it in your eyes. For a moment, you could have killed me.
I'm scared. And I need to have a better handle on that. Because I do not want to hurt any of you.
I appreciate the apology, I really do. Next time, give me a warning, okay? What made you do it? What happened?
You told me about the control that Strahda has over her spawn, and I panicked. That's all. I think that is what happened in the Reformation Center as well.
I understand.
I have been held and controlled in ways I haven't talked about, and I don't know if I can. And it makes... I'm filled with fear.
She turns the book on the ground and then shoves it all the way towards you. And she says, "Me too."
She starts to pull open the cover to see if that's what you meant for her to do. To look inside.
No, it's open.
Oh, it is already open. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's open.
Sorry.
It's open to the new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how hard it is, and how scary it is to pull yourself away from someone like this. She points at the journal entry. But it will help. I will help. But it is worth doing. She means nothing good for you.
I know I speak my alliances and where they lie. However, I care about you and everyone else so much. Clara said to me, she said, I can see that you love so deeply. And I suppose that's true. I want to protect you, but I am so weak against her. I crumble. I don't know what I will do the next time I see her. I am not confident.
We can help hold you back. Whatever you need.
If it comes down to it, I give you full permission to just drive a dagger through my heart. If it comes down to it.
That is what I told Prospero about me.
Of course you did. Well, you have my consent now.
Hope it does not come to that.
As do I. Now, perhaps we should be getting back to the others.
Yes, we should go. Before the Bellevues notice anything is missing.
Yes, that. Let's get to it then. Wait, what happened to your bodice? Not that I noticed.
This is still. Can you help me, lace this? Prospero thought he was being cute.
I can. Yeah, sure. And then she
Ireena has a very gay moment.
has a very gay moment lacing your. Big sexual tension.
There's some lip licking. There's some like gently looking over the shoulder.
Gay, homosexual,
Gay, homosexual, gay. Prospero, you said you were going to have a moment with one of the Bellevues. I'm sorry, I said this exactly as you put food in your mouth. That's my bad.
Okay, I'm done
You're
chewing.
mute. Yeah.
What did you mean when you said you had alternatives for my gun, Otto?
Just we might have some. Well, I've seen these kind of weapons before. They've come through a couple times. I think Geralt down in the city would be better to make you customize things, but I think we might have some, not shots, but something that could pass for shots in here. That is.
Tell me what you got, and I just kind of.
He gives you some regular shot that he has laying around. It's not super high quality, because it's clearly like been sitting here for a while, not being used because they don't have firearms here. But they're serviceable enough, so you have some ammo again.
Would you say it was like a clip of 10, or maybe just like 3 or 4 bullets?
I'd say clip of 10.
Okay. I will remember that. Okay, that's all. And then, right. That reminds me. Fuck. Chance and Clara, are you two done with your stuff?
Chance is
Yes?
actually a little distracted. She's got her own journal, but she has written 1 through 21, and 1 is scratched out.
Not knowing what you're writing in to the journal, I go, Chance! Chance!
What?
Are you done?
Yeah,
Got
I
your
think
stuff?
Yeah, I have everything.
Right, Clara?
I'm ready to go.
Alright, where's Aster?
I think he had to poop.
He's ready. He's ready. He's fine.
This-
He's
Yeah.
totally ready.
This fucking rat. Alright,
You just hear from the outhouse like, I'm taking a poop. You guys can go without me. I'll catch up.
Last time you did that, you get lost in the woods.
No,
No.
I promise it's okay. Just
He's
go.
with us. He's with us.
Right,
Let's go.
is there a raven nearby?
You do not see a raven nearby.
Fuck me. Okay. They just went into the same barracks that we were in, correct?
Yes.
These two? Okay. I'll just open the door to the barracks and yell as loudly as I can because they know I probably know that they can hear me.
While Rita is lacing a shot, he's coursing up.
I'm not gonna go into the. Is it like a multi-level barracks?
Yeah,
where,
yeah.
like, we were
That's
sitting on the top
they're
floor?
on. Yeah, you guys were on the second floor, so you just opened like
Second
the bottom floor one.
Yeah. And I yell in, "Hey! I gotta pick something up from the blacksmith. I'll meet you at the front gate."
Reyna's gonna finish tying the corset, and like as if she's doing something bad, like just like step back and like hands off of Ashai, and just like clear her throat and be like, "All right, thank you."
And is Ireena nearby?
Yeah.
I go, would you mind escorting them after they're done chit-chatting in there?
Of course. We'll meet you at the front gates.
Excellent. I appreciate you. Oh, and Aster will, I'm assuming, come with you.
Yes.
All right, Clara, Chance, let's go to the blacksmith.
Okay. We'll meet you at the gates then.
Jens
And
puts her
then
journal away.
I guess
wraps
Reyna
a
and
cloak
Ashai will
around
walk
her.
down.
You all make your way down to Kresk. There's a quick goodbye with the Bellevues, although they really mostly already said farewell, and they just wish you luck as you leave. Cloven is manning the main gate to the Abbey.
While we're walking, can I keep an eye out for a ravine, a bird?
You see a small flock of what you think are ravens at first, but they're just blackbirds. But then you notice in the middle of this like they're all roosting in one tree. You see one raven in there that has like a bit of, it's not blue, but it's like indigo blue plumage.
Mm-hmm.
Through like the crest.
How does the bracelet work exactly? Can I call them or?
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it essentially allows you to like speak with animals. Gives you the effect of speak with animals, except that you can speak with and understand only birds, not other animals.
All birds or just ravens?
All birds, but when you wear it, you understand what ravens are saying. You just can't speak to them unless you activate it.
Okay. I will.
This raven is not saying anything, just like watching you guys as you leave. Although the blackbirds around it are being very loud.
I will activate it, and I go, "Yeah," and I point out the one with the blue plumage.
All of the blackbirds fly away as you yell at it, and it just kind of like looks at you, cocks its head, and
I need your help with something.
And just flies down, circles around you, and lands on your shoulder.
Right then. I need you to look for a gentleman, grey hair, kind of spiky, glasses, would respond to the name Rictavio and/or. You know where he is?
I think I saw him wandering in Wolfrun. He had a very large cat with him.
That's where we're going.
That's where we're going for the aconite.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I need you to send a message to him. Can you do that?
Of course.
All right. Tell him to expect us, make camp potentially, and if he has any particular remedies or treatments for lycanthropy, to prepare them. Can you do that?
Someone like him, I'm sure he does. Yes, I can do that.
All right then. Off with you. Oh wait.
Yes.
Sorry, I grabbed the foot before I like fling him off, and I was just like, oh wait a minute. Clara, do you have any
very
bread?
rude.
Sorry. Give me a minute.
No. Bread is not good for Bread is not good for birds. It's fine.
Yep. Bread is not good for birds. They are not meant to digest it. Grains
You have any seed?
like
But it's a raven, right? I handed a silver.
I'll
coin.
take some rations if you have some.
I have
And
some
I'll-
rations.
And I'll hand it a silver coin because ravens like shiny things.
Can the three of you make me a sense motive check? This is actually, I'll roll it for you. Can you just tell me what your perceptions are?
13.
Plus 10.
13.
Plus 10.
Plus 13.
Okay, those were all really high. You haven't used these raven bands a lot. But this raven is exceptionally verbose for a bird. Like, you were expecting to have to argue with it, no, go and find this person, but this bird knew who you're talking about before you even finished saying his name. Is apparently knows enough about Brictavio that he might have the kind of things you're looking for. This is a very smart bird.
Do I get a sense of what they may be?
Make make a Arcana, Nature, or Society check.
Do nature.
We live in society. Or what lores do you have?
Huh?
What lores do you have?
Hold on. I've got plant lore.
Right, no, this wouldn't be applicable, right?
Anyway, I rolled a 14 plus 11. So
25. You don't know. It's clearly not a normal raven. I think you can at least tell that much. They're not a wild raven, rather. But the ravens at the Martikovs were the ones that they had in the rafters. Maybe this is just one of those ravens because it's clearly used to talking to people, and the Martikovs use ravens as messengers, so maybe this is one of theirs.
Who got that? Who got
All
that
of you.
check?
All of you.
All of us? Okay.
Just I rolled a 20, a 19, and a 17.
Okay.
Nice.
I go, where are you from, by the way? Just curious. You seem to know the name before I even spat it out. And I'm hanging on to, and I'm kind of just lightly pressing my thumb against its foot. I'm not clamping, but I just have it resting there.
I'm from here, from Barovia, of course.
what's your name?
Muriel.
When I ask you whereabouts are you from?
Wait. Jonathan, is this?
It's the same name.
Chance freezes at that name.
but what who?
You're right.
Muriel.
Do I know you?
The head kind of cocks towards you and says, I don't think so.
It would have been a long time ago.
Who gave you that name?
The Martikovs?
You hesitated.
Sense motive.
Go ahead and
That
sense
was a
motive.
question. That was a question mark at the end of that statement.
Sense motive.
Are we all doing sense motive or just you?
Well, I should do it again. Secret.
Yeah.
What? Prospero. Lie.
Lie?
The Martikovs did not give her that name.
Chance is gonna walk up to this bird that you're holding. And
Yeah, go ahead.
and gently put her hands around it.
It's
No
really very
malice.
uncomfortable.
No malice at all.
Chance, are you okay?
I would like to deliver your message now.
I.
Hey.
Do you remember running through the woods?
I normally fly through the woods.
Do you remember being not a bird?
I would really like to go deliver your message now. You feel like the wings sort of like you're not holding her tightly, but you can feel it like trying to struggle, like uncomfortable.
Clara, do you have a bag to spare?
No, just let her go.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Be off with you then.
Flies off very hurriedly.
Who did we just let go?
Chance is dead
Previous mission
silent,
of
and
yours?
she is beelining it towards Chris. She does not want to talk about it right now.
Wait a minute now. I just had to go through a whole thing with a shy. Don't make me have to go through with it with you.
She turns people into animals.
You guys start running towards Crest, I guess. I think Shy, Ireena, and Reina leave the abbey just as you see them like suddenly start taking off, sprinting toward the town in the distance. Ireena just looks like, is there a fire?
Should we take off after them, or should we take our time?
Should probably follow them, knowing the trouble we all get into.
All right then.
Really oh, fine.
I'll beat you there. And then Reina starts running.
What? No, that's not fair. And Ireena starts running.
My foot is not healed.
Shy just limping the whole way.
Yikes.
Is there anything you specifically want to do in town, or are you just grabbing the stuff from girls and heading out?
I'm gonna go to the blacksmith, and I'm going to check on the progress of it and just see what's going on.
Well, I guess since Chance is the one leading the charge, where's Chance going?
Not to the blacksmith.
Okay.
She is just going to the front gate.
Okay. Then you split off from Prospero as he gets into town, and
I briefly look at Clara and I go, I'm gonna go take care of what I need to take care of. Find out what's going on with her.
Okay, you got it.
I'll follow Chance. Just kind of cautiously, not hurriedly.
Mhm.
You'll find her at the front gate, not quite hyperventilating, but just she's not quite in the present.
Is she standing? Is she sitting?
Probably leaning against a fence post or something, or whatever might be there.
Clara will lean next to her. She'll snap Ziggy into existence, and Ziggy hops from her shoulders to Chance's.
So, I have a hunch that some of your missions didn't end with people dying. Would that be correct?
Only one.
Was she a friend?
She was captive, I guess. I don't know about friend. She needed help.
You.
I mean, it's probably silly. It's probably not her. It's just a bird. I don't know.
What happened to her?
She got away. At least I thought. I don't know. I was caught, but she wasn't. I was always caught, so that's nothing new.
You know we won't let them have you, right?
It's not me I'm worried about.
I know. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry that they're the kind of people you had to grow up with.
I don't think any of us had our chosen childhoods. Well, you may have. I think you had a decent childhood. I don't know.
For the most part, there was a rough patch where I lost someone important, but I had more of a charmed life than most of you, I would think, but I think we're both united in the desire to make things better here.
If it's her, why does she not remember anything? Or does she? Maybe she does. I don't. What did they do to her?
If it is her, she did not seem stressed. She did not seem in pain. You can take solace in the fact that whatever life she may be living now, if that was her as a raven, that she is not a captive. If you want to try figuring things out, I would help you if you wanted.
A lot of questions and a lot of answers that I don't think those people are willing to give.
That's been the modus operandi ever since we were dropped in Barovia, no?
Well, I was never dropped in Barovia.
Well, since we were brought back, I suppose.
Right.
I don't plan on letting you change. I don't plan on letting you forget. There was a time when I was not strong enough to save someone I cared about, who was sick. I know this is a curse, but we will not let it consume you.
Oh, yeah, we've got 3 weeks, right?
Yes.
20
And
days after today.
much as I'd rather not see Octavio again, much as I'd like to put a swift punch in between his teeth, he does know his stuff, so
Maybe
if we meet
can
up
both
with
punch
him
him between his teeth. Just each of us. We all get a turn after.
after we get the Aconite. Honestly, he probably wouldn't be surprised.
What if she knew him? She knows him well. What if he had her?
I suppose that's a question for him now, right? We're going to figure that out. He's a slippery one, but I think we've seen past a few of his lies.
Oh, goodness gracious. I do believe the others are having an episode.
You'd
I think they
see
started fighting
Ireena and
again.
Ashai running towards you. Apparently
Having a fucking
laughing. I don't
episode.
know.
What did David
What is
say?
I don't know.
It was me.
What did David say?
He was pooping. Prospero, I'll tell you about your thing later, but you all meet back up at the front gates. There's a brief moment with the guards, and they let you out the front gates. Just before you leave, you hear, "Oh, wait!" You see Burgomaster Dmitry Kreskov running towards you from his house. He says, "You're leaving. I hope." Just kind of looking at you questioningly.
We're off to do a little bit of gardening.
Okay. Well. We'll hold down the fort, I guess.
We'll be back as soon as we can. And if all goes well, we'll bring you some of our harvest.
Yes, good. By the by, if you see a young man who bears a passing resemblance to me, please do let me know. My son Ilya, he went off in a half-cocked. I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he thought that he could kill the werewolf that's got his sister, or I don't know. But if you see him, and just please tell him to come home. That we won't hold anything against him. That we know he didn't mean any harm. Just we want to see him safe.
I believe all of us have been acquainted with emotional decision making over the past few days, so no hard feelings.
That is very
Do it.
true.
We'll do what we can if we see him.
Thank you. Best of luck with your gardening. I get it now. I get it. Sorry. Yes. Then just heads back to his building, letting you all walk out the doors of Kresk. Boots crunching in the because of the mist, the fresh fallen snow has kind of iced over, and very satisfying crunches as your boots step through the snowbanks. You follow the road for. You said you guys were going to head up the coast of the lake. I think you said.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take
Yeah,
you
I
a while
think-
to
I
get
think
there,
so.
so you make your way down the road, heading toward Lake Baratok. And as you do, that is where we will bring tonight's session to an end.
We
3
finally
more
got out
hours.
of the
3
city,
more-
guys! We finally got out! We're finally on
Didn't
an
know we had it in
adventure.
us.
I think you spent more time in Kresk than you spent in Vallaki.
Well, yeah.
Probably. Vallaki
We
was
had-
We got run
You didn't
out
get
of
kicked out of
Milwaukee.
Kresk.
exit pursued by bear.
Yes.
Exit pursued by werewolf.
We had combat. We had deep emotional moments. We had some gayness. It was the trifecta, folks. It was great.
And we stole shit.
Had a little giggle
We got
fit.
did.
loot.
All right. Thank you all for joining us for another terrible weekend in Barovia. We will see you not next week, as our streamer is going to be at a wedding, like a nerd and a loser. But that's okay. We love her anyway. But we will be back the week after that with more terrible times.
Nor.
And yes.
Nor.
Nor?
On the 21st, me
Nor.
and David are out because it's Pride.
Oh, right.
And we are playing
Because
next
they're
week.
gay.
Yeah, we're playing next week.
As
We are
long
playing
as
next week
David can
because-
stream, you
Yeah,
can do
we're
it.
gonna
Oh, okay.
we're gonna
Sorry.
make sure David can stream.
I lied. We will be back next week, but then the week after that we will be off.
I still won't be here.
I was like, it's not the
well.
21st yet. Hold on.
Sorry. But have a good week, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.